Abusia eyewenim sem dada se ewiabre anachama Wontumi ekoko piemu ewo criminal investigation department police headquarters kantomana ofri ehoba nimdie news ye bo ma no hoba se EOCO enso so apprehend na omo detain no na in fact empanyifo akukudam ebopini ho a na omo hwe nimu se ye be release chama Wontumi nanso so abusuan omo preso a ya mabinimo anko inside until any legal counsel lawyer appear kubi ebepie ma ye ma na akonya otie na bi nsem odi to Justin Frimpong Kodua any empanyifo akani na there was calm because the legal counsel etinichen so yesterday na abusuan answer free the economic and organized crime office ban say nyadia yebija chama Wontumi a issue no adane very critical me no ka say some party supporters ye mentwe ho many police no abusuan aye wentwe ho report a yensa aka and say police car etimi aka ye ma me ba ko no for the love of chama Wontumi oba be pie ma na dwobre say obehwe na waboa ama I mean say ye bill and I say nyama bi na security be hiama chama Wontumi de nitiato sumie so na dwea no ho edo ana omo wo ha ombeda na dia this incident is in fact the NPP youth organizer Michelle Salam Mustafa aba be pima in fact the party nanso worker and I said the omudi tudwa actions are mu taking next forward and adwubre ya omo nyoma bi say omoko na omako akoda no ebusuan gibre na memfa opanyini
Salam Mustafa Salam. So what are you doing to ensure that, as I've come to see, has come here, this will be the case all throughout until you are satisfied? Then you can leave.
It's taking a lot of effort to keep the calm that you are seeing now, because since afternoon we have been trying to keep the calm. We managed it till a point where some rogue officers came and drove into the people, and that burst out anger, and this place saw some bit of action.
So when the driver drove into the people, how many were injured? How many got injured?
We thank God that one guy, had a hit on his thigh, and they have taken him to the hospital. And
which hospital do we know?
I can't tell for now until maybe later on when we leave here, then we can find out. Then I think another person also complained. I think when the pickup, part of the pickup hit his tummy or so. So then others had to jump and, they were hitting the bonnet, of the vehicles that were involved in that barbaric behavior. But as at now, we have been able to talk to our people to remain calm because we are here as law-abiding people. All we're asking for is information. And they have no iota of respect for anybody. They won't say a word. Since late afternoon that we have been here till now, even to tell us that he's doing well, they are interrogating him or whatever process that is going on, not the decency of it. So we are here waiting, whatever time it is going to take, we'll wait for them, to emerge and tell us what has transpired, why they took chairman. You see, like my Deputy General Secretary said, we are a law-abiding party. We have no qualms against the state doing its lawful duty. That is why yesterday you didn't see us mass up at the CID. Today you didn't see us mass up at the CID because we understand that the state is working. Then CID releases chairman, then in a Rambo style like we have seen, which has become the modus operandi of the John Mahama government, these security officers have become very trigger happy. They like to display their AK-47s for whatever reason, nobody knows, jump onto Wontumi and pick him up. And they bring him here. And not a word as to why they have arrested him. And if you want to keep him overnight, tell us you are keeping him. Then we'll ask the people to go home and reconvene at whatever time that will give them. But nothing, of that sort. No.
So if they come out to tell you they are holding him overnight, you are assuring them that you would let your members leave?
We will examine the reason. They will come and tell us. They will examine the reason. If it borders, like I keep saying, if it borders on crime, it's a different matter. Where it borders on politics, we will remain here. We will not allow any political intimidation. We will not be cowed. We will not be intimidated. This is the new patriotic party, party of courageous people. Me, I am ready to go inside and sleep free of charge. If they want us all to go inside, we'll go. I don't find it any problem going inside to sleep. So we'll be here until they do the needful. Show respect to citizens. Look, what is going on? And these security people, they should be worried that they are being used as stooges to persecute political opponents. Look, what
that's a hard word to use. They've been asked to perform a duty. And you know, as security people, they obey commands. So if they've been given a command, that cannot be described as being used as stooges, right?
Well, the decency to resist what is not right is part of duty. And if people would carry out things that have been ascribed to them to do, that they themselves know that this is not good and they still do it, then they are as culpable as those who are issuing the orders and command. You understand? This is what breeds the culture of retaliation. Because when you cause this pain, and when the tables turn, the likelihood I'll retaliate is high.
Higher.
So when people are doing these things, know that people take political notice of them. And look, every political party has its doves and hawks. So if the hawks in the NDC are pushing the government to behave in this way that they are, know that there are hawks in the NPP as well. Do you want them to also demand for such when tables turn? Then what kind of society are we going to be building? But we are building, I'm coming. We are building a democracy that should work for all of us, all Ghanaians, regardless of party, religion, whatever. And we have been building this beautiful democracy until Ghanaians said they want a reset. And this is the reset that we have been seeing. That when you are an MPP person, you are a second-class citizen in Ghana, we are going to persecute you.
Well, but you can call the lawyer and the Ay3ka on the phone to know what's happening. Has anybody reached out on phone?
No, we have not been able to establish contact with lawyer and the Ay3ka. So we haven't received any information as at yet. All attempts to grant us access, at least leadership access, to see what's going on, come and speak to the people, give them assurance that chairman is okay, so everybody go home. That want to, simply they won't do it. So what else do you want us to do? What do you want us to do?
So you mentioned political and if it's illegal. What do you consider political? What do you consider legal?
What is political is that they don't have a reason to pick you. They want to show you power. We'll show you where power lies, like what they did with Ay3ka. That is politics. But when the person has committed crime, forgery, embezzlement, everything that we all know to be crime, then you have a point. And that's why on any occasion we examine the situation and as a party react. And for anybody in the NPP, young, old, whatever, male, female, anytime they go on this political tangent, we will respond same and even in a more harder manner.
Two wrongs that do not make right. So EOCO or Mohammed is the Deputy General Secretary. Aruna, I don't know if you have any latest information as to what's happening in there.
Actually, as we are standing here, we are blackout. The security agencies obviously doesn't want anybody to have access to Chairman Wontumi. In the early part of the hours, they tried to use the vehicle to run over some of the supporters. One woman nearly lost her life. She had to run for her life. All manner of things, intimidations. Our lawyers, lawyer Ay3ka, some words that I cannot use that they have used against.
So lawyer Ay3ka is in there.
Yes, lawyer Ay3ka is outside here.
So who's with Chairman Wontumi?
I understand lawyer Ay3ka is there with him.
Okay.
He's the only person that is there.
Okay.
Former Greater Accra Regional Minister who has been here since have not also been given access to go in. Lawyer Namo is also here. He has not been given access. My boss, the general secretary, also came. They denied him access. The national youth organizer is here. He has been denied access. The deputy national organizer is here. She's been denied access to go in. I also came from the BNI. I've been denied access. I've taken briefings from the national youth organizer. It's obviously that they want to create a chaotic scene here.
I'm not sure they want to create a chaotic scene. Probably they want to, manage the number of people who can go in there. Because as I have seen, the place is very calm. Mohammed.
We have decided to ensure that the place was calm. They came here with some power, and as if power doesn't expire. And the kind of intimidations that they came, the force of which it came. These people you are seeing here are law-abiding citizens, just like Chairman Wontumi. The manner and the background in which Chairman Wontumi has been picked is what this youth cannot understand. This is an individual who has been invited lawfully by CID. He wrote back to the CID and informed the CID, I cannot make it on 21st. I will be able to make it on 26th. Weekend, Friday, Saturday, Friday precisely, national security were seen surrounding the house of Chairman Wontumi in a Rombasta with guns, as if there was a hardened criminal hidden within that area. Then we saw that there was another operatives who went to Adenta Kumi's house in the same Rambo style, and none of them went with a warrant. So on the 26th, that was yesterday, Chairman Wontumi honored his request and went to the CID. He went to the CID and the CID interrogated him on 2 issues. Yeah. On those 2 issues, he narrated vividly what it is and told them that if they have contra evidence by the CID, they should provide it to him. And then when he came out, the media asked him about the cocoa board issue. He said it's not part of what has been discussed. And he narrated the incident. All of us know that when you take a contract, you cannot take money until you perform some and prepare a certificate for you to be paid. And Chairman Wontumi, everybody knows here, he is not a government appointee. He has never served in any capacity. So what at all does a lawful citizen reporting back on request at 3 p.m. after finishing his report, he has been arrested again by EOCO for what we don't know.
But Haruna, some other people have alleged that indeed some monies, have exchanged between him and Cocoa Board. Are you saying you have evidence to prove to the contrary and that you would back what he is saying from where you stand?
You see, whatever that they say, myself and you, we cannot prove it. It remains a rumor. If EOCO wants to invite him, they know the rules. They will officially write to him. Or if they want to arrest him, I don't know. That's why I wanted to speak to Lawyer Piakubi. Whether when they came to CID premises and they picked him, whether they came with warrants. And this government cannot be trusted. They want to use the national security to intimidate us. They have always gone to arrest people without warrant. They did that to Intim Fojo. They did that to Adenta Kumi. They did that to Chairman Wontumi himself over the weekend. And today, again, they are doing the same to him. What at all that this government wants from the former government appointees? We are a party that believes in the rule of law. We will never run away from probity and accountability. We will account, but it must be within the dictates of the law. We will account. It must be within the dictates of the law.
But isn't coming to EOCO part of the legal processes to extract information?
Coming to EOCO, what the process of coming to EOCO is what is questionable. A CID is invited somebody. A national security is at his house to arrest him. Why is it not CID? He reports to CID. Then after he has completed, the national security that went with a Rambo style cannot be seen. EOCO went in with a Rambo style and picked him. When we try to meet with him, the youth wants to find out what it is. Then a national security is again deployed here to intimidate them. What at all? Which license can a driver hold to use a car to climb over human beings. There is no such license from road safety or driver DVLA to be granted for a driver to be climbing over human beings. It is not accepted. And we want the IGP to call his officer in charge, who has been assigned to EOCO to supervise over what is happening here, to question the commander, who is that driver, and the conduct of that particular driver. We need an investigation into the conduct of the driver. Our lawyers here has been abused. They have been abused. The kind of words that have been used against our lawyers is something that cannot be repeated on national television.
Who used those words?
Yes. So the police.
Who used those words on them?
One police officer was using it against lawyer Ay3ka, and I found it very unpalatable. I had to go and move lawyer Ay3ka from the place because it is not professional. And I think that the IGP should give a sunshine to this particular behavior.
So are you saying that even if it's till 4 a.m. and Wontumi has not been released, you will be here till 4 a.m.?
We are here. He is our chairman. He is the chairman of the stronghold of the new patriotic party. And the elephant will remain our winning symbol. We are going to be here. If they want to consume him, they should consume all of us. We are going to be here. And that is why the national youth organizer of the party, Salam Mustafa, is here. And he is going to make sure that the men will stay true to the tenets of democracy, will stay within the rules of law, will make sure that the right thing is done. We would not be intimidated. No. And we want to assure anybody that is behind this that power is transient.
Let me bring in